Ah, AI.
Artificial intelligence,
AI music,
AI song generation,
AI.
This is AI.
AI music.
You've seen a lot of opinions from everyone and their moms on this conversation. Some have embraced the change, and some, well, not so much. With the growing influence of AI in the creative industries, the rise of AI tools in music production, and the tension between traditional musicians and AI quote-unquote composers, there's so many things about this topic you have to consider when using AI tools. So how do I feel about it? Well, I'm indifferent really. As I mentioned before, we have to look at many moral and ethical aspects, such as whether these platforms got the permission to use these sounds, environmental impact, and many future implications. To keep it short, will AI replace creatives? Not really. Is AI music getting better? Definitely. Do I feel like the listening experience will be impacted? Well, yes and no. While AI can generate quantity, it doesn't currently give proper quality. For now, I'm seeing AI-generated music as an inspiration point, something I can use as a starting point, which will help me get from point A to point B. In this video, we'll explore creating a sample using AI music generators. We'll go through the prompts, flip the sample from there, and then make our own sample. So I wanted to share my process behind crate digging through prompts and sharing some potential ideas and starting points. Some were good, and some just sounded like it's 2012 and I'm listening to a crappy pop record on the radio. I had 3 prompts focusing on 4 genres: contemporary soul and R&B, jazz, gospel, and hip-hop. After cooking up a few prompts and listening to some okayish and the worst AI-generated music, which I regret spending 3 hours trying to justify listening to, I ended up going with one song that I felt had the most potential. So let's go ahead and start. Sadly, I didn't get to record this process because my laptop chose to have a cookout while I was running OBS in the background, making the whole process of working on this sample a pain in the butt. So I'll try to explain this whole process. The first order of business was using the stem separator to remove the bass and the drums. I messed with the bass, but I really felt like the bass was controlling me to create a sample which might have sounded less interesting. The sample has a 3/4 time signature, so I changed it to a 4/4 time signature, making it sound like it has a triplet rhythm instead. I then used shape of box to liquefy the sample, some reverb, 2 chorus simulations, and an EQ to roll off the lows. This was just the first part. I repeated the same process multiple times and then used halftime, chopped the sample, time stretched specific segments of the sample just to get artifacts from it, and then repitched it. Lastly, I made changes to the chord progression of that sample using Melodyne, moving it from this to this. I pulled up the mono upright preset from Keyscape and a Rose preset from Arturia Wooly V. I'm not really gonna get into detail on the processing for these two instruments. Still, I'd advise you to check out the previous videos I've made on how I process keys in general. Nothing changed. I used 3 synth patches to accommodate the keys and the Wurlitzer. I've used sounds from End Sounds, Kill September, and the Prince by Cradle. For processing, I only used reverb, some brigade chorus, and a space modulator on the pad. A lot is happening with textures really. I wanted not only to create counter melodies with them, but also to have something in the back of the sample that was all over the place. I used sounds from Beat Sinner, Kill September, Producer Grind, and some of my Therme emulations. I kept it simple with the bass. A lot is going on with the sample already, so there's no need for us to complicate the lower end. The bass only consists of a compressor, an EQ, JJP bass, and kickstart to give it a pulse. I went to King Benjamin's texture sample pack and got these vocals. Made a few chops to avoid redundancy and chucked in some Juno chorus to make it fit well into the sample. If we're being honest, the whole conversation about AI is a very touchy subject, so I'll try to park this one on the side for now. But I would like to hear from you. What do you think about these platforms? Have you explored them? Are you against them? Just let us know in the comments.